first, I convinced myself I was overthinking everything. Michael had never given me a reason to doubt him. He was kind, respectful, consistent. So I ignored the little voice in my head, the one telling me something didn't feel right. Then one weekend, Michael told me he was traveling to his hometown. He sounded excited. He said he wanted to spend time with his daughter. I smiled. I even wished him a safe journey. Nothing about that conversation felt unusual. Later that evening, I called him. The phone rang and rang and rang. No answer. A few minutes later, my phone vibrated. It wasn't a call. It was a text message. He wrote, "Sorry, baby. The network
is terrible. Let's just text." I believed him. After all, poor network happens. So we continued chatting. Ironically, his messages came almost instantly. Every text arrived without delay. Every emoji, every reply, everything except his voice. The following month, he traveled home again. The same thing happened. Calls unanswered. Messages replied immediately. Another trip, the same pattern. Another excuse, another text. Slowly, I stopped calling him whenever he traveled because I already knew what would happen. The phone would ring, then the message would come. "Baby, let's just text." One evening, while chatting with my best friend Chioma, I casually mentioned it. She became unusually quiet. Then she asked me a question I had never asked myself. "Ada, does he answer your calls when he's in the city?" "Every single time, but never in his hometown." Ada thinks, never. That one question stayed in my mind.
For the first time, I wasn't thinking about poor network anymore. I was thinking about patterns. Because excuses can happen once, maybe twice. But when the same excuse repeats itself, it stops sounding like coincidence. A few weeks later, Michael traveled home again. I didn't call him. I wanted to see what would happen. Instead, we texted for hours. Morning, afternoon, evening. His replies never slowed down. Yet somehow, his phone could never receive a call. That night, I couldn't sleep. Something inside me kept whispering, "He's hiding something." But I loved him. And love has a strange way of making us doubt our own instincts. The next morning, I opened WhatsApp while getting ready for work. I wasn't looking for anything unusual. I only wanted to reply to one of his messages. Then I saw his new profile picture. Ada staring at her phone. Wait, no, that can't be.
Chioma, who's that woman? My heart began beating faster because I recognized her immediately. She wasn't a stranger. She was the woman Michael refused to talk about. His daughter's mother. The woman he said belonged to the past. So why was she suddenly the face he chose for the whole world to see? Scene 3. Ada calling Michael immediately. "Michael, we need to talk. Michael, can we talk later?" "No, I think that later has already lasted too long." End of scene 3. Cliffhanger to part 3. He promised he would explain everything. I wanted to believe him. But before that conversation could happen, one WhatsApp status would leave me questioning whether